Everyone, Blake Sloan here. Brand new market update for you. We just finished this week's radio show. All kind of crazy stuff going on in terms of the market, especially with new deals on fire. Interest rates dropped 1% in the last month, and January was absolutely on fire. We have the brand new January numbers in for you. There's two types. The numbers that close, which aren't very good. The reason is if they close in January, they went under contract in November, December. Those are very, very, very slow. I'll tell you, January's numbers were the lowest it's been since January 2016. So very, very interesting. But January's numbers under contract, which we'll see close February, March. I'll have you more info on that. The market's hot right now. Our team put over 70 properties under contract just in January. But this week's show, there was 565 properties went under contract in the last 7 days here in the Grand Strand. That's up 131% since the first week of January. So if you're thinking about selling right now, it's hot. All the buyers who've been on the sidelines October, November, December are jumping in right now because the market is so hot. And at the end, I'm going to tell you a horror story about a lady who cost herself $80,000 of her hard-earned equity because she wanted to save $6,000. So I'll tell you about that in a second. But really quick update on properties that closed last month. Single-family home sales were down 10.2% from the same month last year. So January 2024 versus January 2023 with 298 sales. The last time it was that low was January 2016 when there's 270 sales. December was 299 sales, so it dropped down one and was very, very, very low, and that's because rates were 8%. Second homes were much higher than that in many cases. The good news, though, price is still holding very, very strong. Median price last month up 10% at $385,000, which is great news. Average sale price up 13.2%. With average sale price over $500,000, $505,428, which is awesome. The one thing's keeping prices strong is inventory. It's very, very, very low right now. It's still a super seller's market. Right now we have 3.1 months of inventory. Anything below 6 months is a seller's market. What happened, there's so many people locked in right now at 2% interest rates, 3% interest rates, 4% interest rates that just are holding steady, and that's keeping inventory low. So even though demand is low, supply is staying low, which is obviously helping price continue to climb slowly. Which is great news. One of the biggest challenges, though, we have seen our properties been sitting in the market for a very, very long time outside of us. But right now, the average showings per listing in the entire MLS is 4.6 showings per listing. The average amount of showings it takes to get a contract is 14.4. So you can see the problem there. The average listing gets 4 showings. The average amount of showings it takes to actually get a contract is 14.1, which is why in this current market you need an agent who's very, very good, who can get the marketing you need, who can get the differentiation you need, and drive the traffic you actually need and deserve to your property. Also, condo sales down significantly, down 21.4% just last month at 253 condos closed. The lowest it's been since also January 2016. The great news, though, price is still up. Median price up 6.6% at $243,000. Average sale price up 11.5% at $295,000, which is great. Supply still very, very low, which is also protecting price at 4.5 months of inventory. Right now, the showings per listing down significantly. 2.9 showings per listing for the entire duration of the listing. So some are listed 6 months. The average amount of showing is 2.9 showings. The problem is the amount of showings it takes on average to get a contract to go pending is 9.9. And so you see the problem there. You need someone who can market. You need someone who can differentiate. Our success story this week was someone who had listed with somebody else for 6 months. We came in listed at the same exact price, launched our marketing blitz, got 2 offers within the first couple of days, drove the price up, sold for more money, and had it under contract for cash in just less than a week. And so that's another example there. If you want to know more how it works or just my overall thought process on what's happening, we want to take action sooner than later. If I'm looking to sell, the spring market has come earlier, where in the last 7 days we had 565 properties go under contract in our MLS for $195 million. And so those type of numbers near $200 million is summer numbers. And we have so many buyers who've been on the sidelines waiting for rates to come down. They're diving back in right now, and you want to take advantage of that. If you want to know more about how much your property can be priced at, what we've been doing is pricing our prices higher because we know demand is up. That's why you want an agent who's an expert. If they're using old data that closed last month and not the real-time data, which is what went under contract in the last 7 days, they're going to price your property too low, and it's going to cost you money. And so reach out to me, reply to this email, You can also get an instant cash offer on the webpage. You get instant cash offer in the email I sent you. There's a link at the bottom. It says cash offer. It takes 2 seconds on your phone. Enter your data. We can get you a cash offer there. For myself, I have a fund that has millions and millions of dollars I represent that we're buying properties, fair prices, cash as is. We can close as quick as you want or as long as you want, whatever works for you overall. But here's the deal. Why do I share this? Because the agent you choose matters. I watch people every single day. I do this show for one reason, to help people save their hard-earned equity. Today's show, we talked about a lady named Jan. She may be getting this email. She reached out to us via Facebook on an ad she submitted on January 26th. We called her, followed up. She said she doesn't own the property anymore, that she was just checking to see what her value was because she felt like she got ripped off. Turns out she sold her property in Conway to a buyer who approached her. The buyer had an agent who was the buyer's father, so June didn't use an agent. She wanted to save the 3%, right? So she wanted to save $6,000. She sold the property to that buyer for $190,000. Guess how much the property is worth? Guess how much our website told her it is worth? $270,000. We verified that. $270,000 all day, every day. June left $80,000 of her hard-earned equity. Let it be stolen from her by somebody else because she wanted to save $6,000. And this happens over and over and over and over. Quit gambling with your largest assets. Have an expert handle it for you. Quit doing that. Quit stepping over dollars to pick up pennies, and make sure you can get the most amount of money for yours possible. Now the equity's gone. She bought it in 2004 for like $165, sold it in 2024 for $190. Leaving $80,000 of her hard-earned equity on the table. That's why you need an expert. That's why I send these videos. That's why I do this radio show, so that we can help people like that not have their equity stolen. By the way, June's in her 70s and obviously retired. She needs every bit of that $80,000 that was taken from her. So do not be like that. Share this video with your friends or relatives that may need to hear this. Have them call me. If they're thinking about saying, say, look, you got to call my buddy Blake. Do not give your hard-earned equity away. Call me, 843-808-SOLD, or go to blakesloan.com anytime. We'll see you next month. And any questions you have in the meantime, reply the email, call me, whatever it is. We always got your back.